Good afternoon and welcome on in to another episode of From Day One. The courtroom antics are back, thank God for that, on this Tuesday as we roam through Dominion. Today, sovereign citizen in court once again with a judge that I'm going to say I actually really like. Treats the sovereign citizen like he really should be. You know, a baby.
The person calling in with the phone number 076, can you tell me who you are?
Yes, I'm Charles Smith.
Okay.
My phone didn't give me an option to hit *6 because I don't know how to use the phone. That's the big problem right there.
That's okay, Mr. Smith. We got you now. Don't touch anything. And so, Mr. Smith, the reason we're having this hearing is because
You're an idiot.
There was some orders that Mr. Smith requested that had to do, I guess, with some pension plans. So when you sent something, you sent some documents in, and when you got them, the documents had accepted stamped up in the upper right-hand corner in red. When I just assumed that accepted meant that you were okay with me signing those documents. So was I mistaken in some way?
Assume is the key word there. Y'all do a lot of assuming in those courts.
It has a signature on it too, Judge.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike is along with us from Law Talk with Mike to bring some nice hilarity to the proceedings.
Well,
this judge is so nice. It's unbelievable. Throughout this hearing, he plays himself down to make the guy feel better, despite the fact that he is so obnoxious.
Mr. Smith, instead of yelling at me about what I did, I'm giving you the opportunity to explain so I can fix this if possible. So what do you want to do?
Please. Okay. I sent you a non-negotiable notice of approval with stipulations. The 4 stipulations were that I do not argue venue, I do not argue jurisdiction, I do not argue law, or I do not argue fact. I am recognizing your jurisdiction, and I'm recognizing my requirement to answer, and my remedy was to be in equity, and it was there. I asked for, let me see what I asked for. Requested an appearance bond.
No,
I requested.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was wrong.
If you have it before you, I requested an issuance of an appearance bond. I requested you close the account and issue the order of the court to me. I request you adjust and set off the charges, and I request discharge.
As we go along, this just keeps getting worse. Look at the expressions on the attorney Bruce Smith, and I don't know who Maritza Barrera is, but she's in on it. They try valiantly, but they both lose it as it goes.
It is the proper way to discharge my debt. And I gave you 3 days to respond. You didn't. Whenever I talked to Ms. Vargas days or weeks later and explained what this was, that it needed to be addressed, they were still more than 3 days lapsed. So in my opinion, you are in dishonor. That's what it says down here. You may, if you do not comply, you may be in dishonor.
Mike, do you have one of those little pop-up dum-dum-dums? Perfect.
I don't know what that means. What's dishonor mean?
If I am in dishonor of the court, I can have a warrant against me. If you're in dishonor of the whole procedure, then you have acquiesced to my demand or my request. And that was those 4 requests, that you discharge this, get my name out of the controversy, and take whatever you need out of my account. Okay? That's the procedure.
Where are you getting this procedure, though?
Out of his ass, Your Honor.
I'm required to follow the Texas Family Code and the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, but none of that sounds vaguely familiar. Might have been asleep that day in law school. This doesn't sound like what we typically do in Texas. But go ahead and explain to me where this is all coming from.
This is equity jurisprudence. It follows equity.
You follow stupid.
I receive equity. I'm giving you the equity of not challenging you. I want you to have the jurisdiction completely. I want to accept completely my need to discharge this case. And I'm asking you.
What do you want me to, Mr. Smith? What do you want me to do? I'm not sure. You say that the facts are not in dispute. The law is not in dispute. That, in my mind, means that you're basically okay with Mr. Smith's request. Well, I don't know what you want me to do.
To discharge the case.
He wants you to be stupid.
Cut off and adjust the public charges and the private side, both sides. I want it discharged. That means the case.
Well, explain to me what discharge means, because you're not really talking a procedure that I'm familiar with.
Well, then I am allowed a judge that does understand equity jurisprudence.
Well, no, just cite me the rule, cite me the authority, the legal authority, and like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm the first one to admit it, and I'm willing to fix it. But I don't know, and you're just confusing me a little bit. So look, are you citing some authority somewhere, a written authority? I mean, the Texas Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, what exactly?
I am in equity. I am not using any statutes. I'm not using any historical, anything that backs up what I'm doing. I am asking you
That's true.
give me a remedy for this situation.
Okay, well,
that's fucking true. Yeah, I'm not using anything that's actually legitimate to back this up, Your Honor.
Be that I just sign the order so that you no longer have any obligation to her, and she doesn't have an obligation to you?
I like this, Judge. Hey, ain't the remedy that I just do what I was going to do anyway?
I love that. I got a remedy for you. How about we just go ahead and do what I already said we were going to do?
I already said that,
Wouldn't
Your
that
Honor.
be equitable?
Is your idea that I sign over my retirement funds to her? Is that in your part of the understanding?
I don't know anything about the facts of the case. I don't know. I'm just asking you. I'm not, Mr. Smith. We're in two different worlds. I think you're just going to have to. I'm going to take this as a motion for new trial. I'm going to deny the motion for new trial. And then you can kind of proceed, accordingly after that. I mean, you can appeal it, which is okay with me. I mean,
what is? May I ask you your name?
Randy Shelton.
Okay. And Randy, what is your EIN number?
That's really disrespectful, but
yes,
okay.
It is.
He's super nice, Judge.
EIN number? What is an EIN? What are you talking about? I mean, what does EIN stand for? Employer's Identification Number?
Exactly, sir. You are working for the bank. You have an EIN number.
No. I don't work for the bank, Mr. Smith. Maybe that's why we're having so much confusion. I'm the judge in the case. I don't work for the bank.
You're denying me my remedy. I have a remedy in equity. And when you deny remedy in equity because you don't understand it, you are liable. You are liable with your bond. You are denying my remedy. You do not
Mr. Smith,
understand.
You are
Smith,
denying
I
his
don't have a
stupidity.
bond. I don't think I have a bond. I mean, I don't think judges in Texas are required to have a bond. So, are you in Texas, or are you in another state? I'm thinking maybe
He's in a state of
maybe in
mass
other states
diffusion.
they do this, but that doesn't sound like the procedure in Texas.
Nor
He is
any
thinking
other
no such
state in the
thing.
world.
Of course, he's just trying to do this to assuage him and sort of get through it. The judge is not confused for 1 second that this guy is completely off his rocker and nothing he's saying makes any sense. He is well aware of that.
Are you in another state, maybe?
No.
State of
Okay,
denial.
you're in Texas. Okay, I don't know what procedure you're following, Mr. Smith. I mean, if it's kind of a, kind of a common law thing.
It is very close to common law. It is very close to common law.
Well,
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I'll do this.
It's pretty close to stupid law.
All laws are based on this equity that I'm speaking of. Just people don't use it. They don't go for equity. They fight it. They fight cases. They use cases. All I'm asking is for you to provide what only you can provide is a discharge of the case with my provision of my account that you can tap. You have
The non-existent account that doesn't exist.
my Social Security.
But didn't I tap your account already? I mean, technically, didn't I tap it when I signed that order and split that pension? Didn't I do that?
I don't understand what you said.
Okay, now the judge is just jagging him. He knows that's not what he meant, but he sort of half pretends to believe him and then just says stuff and confuses him back. Oh, it's fabulous.
And don't forget to hit like.
No, the dogs are nice. Knock it off.
You split what?
All right. You said you said something, I think, about me splitting the account. Isn't that what you said?
To set off the account, to adjust it to zero, balance the account.
Okay. I gave her what I understand was her part, and I gave you what I understood to be your part. Didn't that resolve it? I mean, I didn't award a judgment in favor of anybody. Judgments are legal. I think dividing assets would be kind of an equitable thing. So isn't that kind of equity?
Which is true, but besides the point, and he knows he's just playing with him right now.
Okay.
I am asking for equity to use banking rules to discharge and offset a financial account. These are all accounts.
Okay.
This is all.
These are all
marketing.
stupidities.
Understand?
Mr. Smith, let's just agree that we'll have to agree to disagree because I'm not really following you, and it's probably me, honestly. But I'll tell you what, I without raising my voice or anything like that, I'm just going to I will interpret this to be a motion for new trial. I'm going to deny the motion for new trial based on what you're telling me.
What a nice way to tell this guy to go pound sand. He said, we'll just have to agree to disagree. But of course, my position is law because I'm the judge. So that's where we are.
And now the time will start for you to go ahead and file an appeal with the Court of Appeals, so if you so choose, okay? So, like I said, I don't think you can. From what you've told me so far, I don't think you can really talk me, out of that because I'm not sure. Maybe when you do your brief to the Court of Appeals, you can elaborate in writing much more. And then maybe they can see the point that you're trying to make. And then if they send it back to me, it's okay. I won't be mad. And then at that point, I'll try to and reconsider what I need to do. But I don't
I think we're all confident, including the judge, that is not going to happen.
You're probably way over my head on this, and so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go. So just be on notice. You've got 30 days to appeal me. Okay?
If it's true that I'm over your head, you're sinking deeper, deeper by denying my motion.
Hopefully I'll survive.
I am going to take another course here. I want to file a motion to amend,
Okay.
and rescind my signature, from what said that I was going to do. So I need to talk to Miss Vargas and find out if she has a,
Well, no, what did you... I don't think there's anything that she can do for you. I think, Mr. Vargas, Mr. Smith, you're just going to have to file a motion for new trial with the Court of Appeals, and then we can take it from there. Because honestly, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking for. Okay, I think you're citing a body of law that really that I generally do not apply, in these type of cases. Okay.
it does not apply. The law does not apply here. This is equity.
Okay.
The law does not apply here. Spoken to a judge. It's beautiful.
I'm asking for a remedy, and I'm being denied my remedy. I've given you a perfectly
I
good
want
remedy,
my remedy.
and all you have to do is
I'm asking for a remedy, and it's being denied. Well, yes, I'm giving you a perfectly good remedy. That remedy is I get everything I want, despite the law.
I'm like David Hall in that one case. I want my remedy. You are denying my remedy.
off the books.
Okay. What if I just deny the remedy that you're recommending? Would that settle it?
By denying my remedy, you are denying it again. You're
I'm denying the
Denying it again.
This is going on way too long, and I'm not making any progress. I think we all agree. So, look, Mr. Smith, I'm really trying to fix this for you, but I apparently I can't. So I'm gonna let you go. File your motion for appeal within 30 days. There's no reason to call Miss Vargas back, because right now your case would be in the hands of the Court of Appeals if you appeal, okay? And if I'm wrong, I'll tell you. And if they tell me I'm wrong, I'll come back and tell you that I was wrong, okay? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. What?
Is this a court of record?
Yeah, you took a record, didn't you, Elisa? Yep.
Okay.
Got a record. You're all set. You got everything you need, I think.
Ask, is this on the record? Is this recorded?
I
Yes.
just told you yes.
Okay.
A million times yes.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That was.
Yes, it was great, Mike. Thank you very much. I appreciate actually having courtrooms back. Hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day. Hope you made your mama happy on that day. But we also definitely appreciate you back. Alright, let me see if I got another one or if we're going to have to. We got a quick little chuckle. In the court again. Let's go to that. This is Judge Ranhel.
There we go.
Thank you for your help, Ms. Butler.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right. Have a good weekend and happy Mother's Day to all the mamas on here.
Oh, that's right. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Thank you.
Exactly. Everybody have a wonderful Mother's Day.
Especially
to the Mama Bear, Judge Rangel.
I'm the mama bear. I'll take it.
You take care of everybody, Judge.
I try to take care of everybody. That was sweet, Mr. Thompson.
You know what? That should be a new name, Judge. Mama Bear Rangel.
There I am, Mama Bear Rangel. That's me.
There you go.
Judge Mama Bear Ranhel. It's going to stick.
Thank you.
Whatever Worth, enjoy your Mother's Day.
Thank you. I waited so long that I it's one of my favorite days in the world.
I know that. I know that. My daughter was almost born on Mother's Day. My daughter's birthday is about every 3, 4, 5 years. It's Mother's Day, but I thought, what an appropriate Mother's Day present, because I waited so long to have children.
And it is fun. My nephew was born on the Mexican Mother's Day, and so you're right. It just makes it special every year.
It does. It does. So enjoy. Thank
you. Likewise. Take care, everyone.
Judge, just for the record, I think we can agree that mothers run this world.
You know, I think we do.
We do, Judge.
I think if we had a little bit more power, I think it would run a little bit better and a little bit kinder. That's what I think, but that's a different story.
That was also kind, Mr. Valdez. But we do. We think about things that men do not.
What? To the day, my mom's like about 5 feet tall at best. To the day, one look from her will just freeze me in my tracks.
That look used to be given from my father.
She's like.
But I knew I'd get a whipping once I got home with that. But that was my dad. Everybody have a wonderful month.
Thank you, Judge Redhill and court.
Bye-bye.
And with that, I think we will leave part 1 to a close. Of course, come on back for Sobsits, Karen's, Letters, and the whole bunch in the evening. And of course, the morons. Oh, sorry, that's part 2. And then, of course, the Art Bell conclusion. In the meantime, while we take a look at Guild War real quick, let's go ahead and do a Judge Judy hyper case.
Mr. and Mrs. Kemple, you have a rental property?
We do.
What kind of rental property is it?
It's a bungalow home.
How many rooms is the bungalow?
It's a 3-bedroom, bathroom, family room on the back of the house.
This is what your case is about. The defendant was your tenant. She was your tenant for 4 years. You claim she left your property damaged, that she owes you for utilities and unpaid rent. The defendant says she lived there for 4 years, other than normal wear and tear. There was nothing that she did to the house that was inappropriate, and that you kept her security deposit for her last month's rent. 1 month's rent is what you're suing for, is that right?
Correct.
And utilities?
I was not given the last water bill, Your Honor.
Okay, so is it the last water bill that you're suing for?
Correct.
How much was the water bill?
The balance due, she actually did make a payment, which covered a partial month plus what was assessed to our property tax because of late payment. So I made the past payment that was due.
Could you just tell me what the water bill was that you believe she owes?
What she owes with the balance is $307.
For water?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you keep her security deposit?
I did.
How much was her security deposit?
Initial rent was $1,080, so that's what we kept.
And what month did she not pay rent?
The month of August.
Okay. So now, if you kept the security deposit, but for the issue of damages, she's square with you with the exception of the water bill of $307.
The damage to the backyard.
Just a second. Now you're going to tell me that there was additional damage.
Yes.
Okay. And so in addition to the $300 water bill, so you don't owe them any rent because they kept the security deposit for your last month's rent. Now you're going to show me what?
On the lease, it states that the security deposit is not to be used for
Just
the
a second. We're here talking about dollars. If there's no damage to the house that I consider other than normal wear and tear or not her responsibility, you are made whole by keeping her security deposit for her last month's rent. She's lived there. She caused no damage, if that's what I find. So the only thing that she owes is the last water bill. Understood? So now you're going to show me additional damage that you believe she's responsible for.
I have videos and pictures of damage made to chickens that were kept on the property.
I'd like to see the photographs. What is this a picture of that you're showing me?
That is a condition that was left for us to clean up after she moved out and remove the chickens in the pen.
What is this picture of?
That is the mess in the garage of the chickens after we cleaned out the debris she left in the garage the month that we're seeking rent payment.
What is this?
That is from inside the garage where a chicken coop was built and the screen was cut out for chickens to have access.
Did you cut out the screen?
I did take out the screen
Okay.
with full intentions of putting it in. I left screen that was special ordered, and then left screen for the garage because I ran out of time when I was moving out because I was moving
Did you
by
find
myself.
screening?
We found some screening in the garage, but I had a broken screen that I had to take to get repaired because it was in pieces.
Okay, and how much was that?
That was $52.
$52. Okay.
Alright. So as always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another and release the Krakens as we march along here this afternoon from day one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight.